a good way to start. All right. Those were among some of my first shots at this distance with the 17S and of course with the 1 to 10 power. That's the intro to this video. Brandon here with Texas Plinking. And I've got a setup here that is pretty special, pretty darn cool. Pretty much for transparency's sake, I got the word from Vortex, I don't know, not quite a month ago, close to it though, that this bad boy was coming. This is the Vortex Razor HD Gen 3 now, the first series of the Gen 3. This is a 1 to 10 by 24, so a low power variable optic, but it goes up to 10 power. So it's kind of a dual optic. Yeah, 1 to 10 power. So right when they told me that, I went, this thing is darn versatile. And I was so pleased that I was gonna get my hands on it pretty early, but then I thought, what rifle is worthy to put it on? Because a 1 to 10 power, I don't want to put it on just a no thrills AR-15 or even like a SPR build. I want to do the all, I don't know, the do all kind of rifle. And I've always kind of thought that the 17 kind of filled that role. So I didn't think I'd buy a 17. I made a video with my first SCAR, which was a SCAR 20, because I like long range. Then I thought, oh, I like that, but let me get one that shoots more fast pace. So I got a 16. I thought I don't need the one in the middle. Then just because of this optic alone is why I went ahead and got a 17, because I'm like, you know what? With that said, a 1 to 10 power on a SCAR 17, that's kind of the do-all rig. So I think that's kind of the thesis of this video, or I might title it something along those lines, but as a setup goes, kind of crazy. So real quick, just to kind of call this review, let's talk about some of the specs from the optic itself here. So the low power variable optics from the Razor HD line. Before this was their Gen 2, which was a 1 to 6. That was a second focal plane because they figured 1 to 6, you don't really need the relativity to stay the same for a 1 to 6 power. At 6 power, that's where the relativity of the mils and bullet drop compensation made sense. Here, now that we go up to 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10 power, from 1 to 10, it's now first focal plane with their new reticle. It's a really, really nice reticle. Show you guys some look of it here, but very, very nice, very informative. But the funny thing is, because it's a 1 to 10, that's so versatile, like I keep saying, but because it's a first focal plane, how do you make that to where the reticle is not too fine at 1 or the lower numbers and then not too thick on the top end? And well, at 10 power, it obviously broadens up, but it's not too big to where it covers the target. It's plenty fine. But I will say on the low power, it is very, very fine to where you're actually just better off going and using your illumination, which is daytime bright. As bright as I just complained about here, if I put this on 11 power for illumination, that's too bright. It's really that bright. So even at 7 power, at 1 time zoom, this thing really operates like a red dot sight. So you could go from red dot sight kind of function to a 10 power scope. I've shot 1,200 yards. I think my furthest shot was 1,200 yards with 10 power. That's just because that's all I attempted. I haven't tried match ammunition with this rig yet, but as you guys know, SCARs can shoot over 1,000 yards. That's not a problem at all. 16.25-inch barrel. I don't even need to kind of give you guys a full review on the SCAR. It is what it is. You guys know it. I will say, though, one thing helping me out tremendously, you might see the difference in the shape of the trigger there. This is the first time for me. I tried the Geisley that came stock with the 20S. I have a factory trigger in the 16, so I kind of have a taste for them all. This one is the Timney trigger, and oh my goodness, it is really, really good. Not a two-stage, which I'm used to. Single stage, but oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and make sure that's clear. Single stage. And just unbelievably sharp. Because it's such a long trigger, it kind of helps give you leverage on the bottom end, versus if you try to press the trigger up here, it becomes a lot heavier. That makes sense. It's all about leverage. So it's nice and long, this trigger, so you could just go ahead and no creep, no nothing, not even any give, and then it just breaks. The reset, really, really nice as well. So nice. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny with the 10 power, with a nice trigger like that set up here. I feel like I'm shooting like a precision rifle. And as you guys will see when we go close up, it operates anything like a precision rifle. It could be really, really fast paced. So can't wait to do that. But in the meantime, maybe shoot a little bit more 455 and then let's just speed it up and go close. Yeah, we changed up the ammunition a little bit there, so I took a second out hot press to find my hold, but found it, and it seems to be pretty on. And even just to test out the clarity, I backed it out even to 5 power, and the reticle is so fine, but still plenty visible with no illumination or anything like that. The way you use these anyway, you have your cap turrets here, so you go ahead and zero it. I zeroed it for 100 yards with some random ammunition. Like I said, if I want to get more precise with it later on, I will, and I can. But with it, I zeroed it at 100 roughly, and then I capped them. And then the reticle has so much information that from then on, I'm not going to dial anymore. It's just holding over. So right now I'm holding about, what seemed to work is about 2.5 mils at 455 yards. And that was my perfect hold, and my windage was fine. But like I said, the reticle for elevation and windage had so much information that you might as well zero at 100, cap them off, never worry about them getting bumped or anything like that, and you're good to go. All right, 455 yards was fun. Let's go ahead and speed it up. I got a loaded mag. I rarely shoot loaded mags out of a SCAR 17, but let's see if we could just dump it here. I got it on 1 power, and like I said, I'm going to put it on illumination, probably 5, and that's plenty fine right now. Cool thing right now, you can see it has illumination numbers with off in between, and it's locked, so you could pull it out here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on 5, push it back in. Very nice. You can't accidentally bump that. And 5 at 1 power, the edge is just a thin line. It looks like superhuman vision. And then that little red dot sight, it's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and speed it up here. I'm terrible. But yeah, as a 1 to 10 goes, it's so versatile. So you guys let me know in the comment section what you guys would put it on. Would it be like a Mark 12, a little recce, or a SPR, or would it be something with a bigger bore like a 17 or an AR-10? Because I actually took a while to decide what rifle I thought was worthy with it. But just like my SCAR 20, you know, SCARs are really cool because it's a hodgepodge of bronze and FTE. So I love the way the Razor HDs look on SCARs. So I have the 3 to 18 by 50 on the 20S, and that looks awesome. Love that thing. So it's kind of cool being a SCAR 17 now with the 1 to 10. Those two go hand in hand. I like those two together quite a bit. But yeah, 16, 17, and 20. I think I'm pretty good on SCARs. That cost me enough money. Starts pushing you back just a little bit. Oh, that smoke from that oil. I'm going to do a video just dedicated to SCARs. The 16, 17, and the 20 will all be in one video. We're going to kind of show them off how I will use them in kind of different applications for the 3 different SCARs. But yeah, this one's all about the 17 with the 1 to 10 on there. And again, guys, I got to rave over that Timney trigger. So obviously I'm not shooting as fast as I can, just blasting away because I'm trying to hit something. But let's go ahead and just load up like 5 to 10 real quick and just dump them at the rocks just to see how fast I can fire it off. Not trying to hit anything, don't judge me. I'm not Jerry Michalik. You see, I had to lean back into it. That 7.6251, that'll remind you real quick. And 17s are pretty lightweight too. Speaking of which, the 1 to 10 is actually really no heavier than its previous 1 to 6, which isn't known for being lightweight, but the fact that they were able to make this a 34mm tube 1 to 10 now, that's a pretty impressive feat, I gotta say. Oh, target down. Let's take a look at what the 308 did to my target. All right, let's see here. Oh, no big deal. Just gotta put that leg back where it was. All right, I bet that video is probably pretty short, but nonetheless, it is a quick look at this new setup. You guys will see plenty more with it. Like I said, I can't wait to make the full out just SCAR video where we show off all 3 with the different, you know, optic setups. but this one's a very, very happy medium. I got that 20 with a 3-18. I've got the 16 with just a non-magnified with a 3-time magnifier. That's sweet, but this one's a nice happy medium. It's really, really cool because this is the most popular SCAR that most people know of through video games or just the SCAR heavy. But yeah, really, really cool gun. Again, this isn't so much a review on this. I mean, there's already so much content out there and you guys probably know it all already, but you guys probably haven't seen it just yet with the 1-10 from Vortex, and that just has to be the most versatile and just one of the coolest setups for just the dual platform. But really, really cool. And again, all of that said with the Timney trigger, because it doesn't matter if you guys want to shoot this thing, you know, fast-paced, close range, or at some distance precision, that Timney just helps you in any case. It's a much lighter trigger, single stage. It's just a really, really nice trigger. So I like it quite a bit. Like I always say, it's not about how it performs, it's about how it looks. And this one looks pretty darn good. It happens to shoot pretty good as well. So, but yeah, like I said, that's just a quick intro into this. You guys will see plenty more of it very soon. But thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the next one.